Riddle 88. Stop the stealing. One company had 2 factories, in different parts of the country, that were making the same style of shoes. In both factories, workers were stealing shoes. How, without using any security, could that company stop the stealing? Riddle 105. A farmer challenges an engineer, a physicist, and a mathematician to fence off the largest amount of area using the least amount of fence. The engineer made his fence in a circle and said it was the most efficient. The physicist made a long line and said that the length was infinite. Then he said that fencing half of the earth was the best. The mathematician laughed at the others and with his design, beat the others. What did he do? Riddle 101. A murderer is condemned to death. He has to choose between 3 rooms. The first is full of raging fires, the second is full of assassins with loaded guns, and the third is full of lions that haven't eaten in 6 months. Which room is safest for him? Riddle 138. Jack gave John the following challenge. If you sit down in that chair, I bet I can make you get out of it before I run around the chair 3 times, he said. Ah, that's not fair, John said. You'll just prick me with a pin or something. Nope, Jack said. I won't touch you, either directly or with any object. If you get out of the chair, it'll be by your own choice. John thought, accepted the challenge, and lo and behold, Jack won the bet. How did he do it? Riddle 120. A man dove into the water with no tank, no snorkel, or any other device which allowed him to breathe, yet he stayed down there to live for the rest of his life. How is this possible? Riddle 146. One morning an airline president is leaving on a business trip and finds he left some paperwork at his office. He runs into his office to get it and the night watchman stops him and says, "Sir, don't get on the plane. I had a dream last night that the plane would crash and everyone would die." The man takes his word and cancels his trip. Sure and go, the plane crashes and everyone dies. The next morning the man gives the watchman a $1,000 reward for saving his life and then fires him. Why did he fire the watchman that saved his life? Riddle 107. You are a bus driver. The bus starts out empty. At the first stop 4 people get on. At the second stop, 8 people get on and 3 get off. At the third stop, 2 people get off and 4 get on. The question is, what color are the bus driver's eyes? Riddle 140. If you were to put a coin into an empty bottle and then insert a cork into the neck, how could you remove the coin without taking out the cork or breaking the bottle? Riddle 281. Mice are famous for their ability to multiply at breakneck speeds. The type of mouse we have here gives birth once a month, birthing 12 babies each time. Baby mice mature and can give birth 2 months after they are born. You picked up one of these cute baby mice at the pet shop and brought it home the day after it was born. In 10 months from now, how many mice will you have? Riddle 104. A boy goes and buys a fishing pole that is 6 feet 3 inches long. As he goes to get on the bus, the driver stops him. The driver tells him that he can't take anything longer than 6 onto the bus. The boy goes back into town, purchases one more thing, and the driver allows the boy on the bus. What did the boy buy, and what did he do with it? Riddle 126. Art Khan bought a car for $600. He decided he will sell it for a higher price, so it was sold for $800. Then Art wanted the car back, and without thinking, bought the car for $1,000. Yet again, he felt greedy, and sold the car for $1,200. Did Art make any profit, and if so, how much? Riddle 161. A beggar found a leather purse that someone had dropped in the marketplace. Opening it, he discovered that it contained 100 pieces of gold. Then he heard a merchant shout, "A reward! A reward to the one who finds my leather purse." Being an honest man, the beggar came forward and handed the purse to the merchant, saying, "Here is your purse. May I have the reward now?" "Reward?" scoffed the merchant, greedily counting his gold. "Why, the purse I dropped had 200 pieces of gold in it. You've already stolen more than the reward. Go away or I'll tell the police." "I'm an honest man," said the beggar defiantly. "Let us take this matter to the court." In court, the judge patiently listened to both sides of the story of a leather bag lost and a leather bag found. He counted the coins. 100 gold coins in total. Then said, if all was said is true, then it's clear that no reward is necessary. How did the judge rule on this case? Riddle 194. I drop a book on the floor, and I can't jump over it. How can this be? Riddle 336. A family was taking a journey through Colorado on a cross-country bus. The parents were bringing their children to visit some relatives who lived in a remote rural area. When the bus reached the foot of a mountain, the children began complaining that they were hungry. The parents decided to get off the bus at the next shop or restaurant they passed. After a few minutes, they spotted a little roadside diner where they could all grab a bite to eat, so the wife pushed the stop button. The bus pulled over to the side of the road and the family got off, one by one. Inside the diner, the parents and children were happily eating dinner when they happened to look up at the TV. There was a news report on the screen that said a terrible accident had just taken place nearby. A bus had been crushed by falling rocks and everybody on board had been killed. The parents were shocked. It was the same bus they had just been traveling on. I wish we had never gotten off that bus, said the wife. When the husband heard this, he spat out his food. What are you saying? He shouted. How could you say that? Then he thought for a second. Oh, I see, he said. You're right. We shouldn't have gotten off. Why did they say this? Riddle 450. There is a tap. Water is coming from the tap. There is a bucket under the tap. The bucket is absolutely fine with no holes. Tell me, why is the bucket not filling with water? For only $9.90, you can have access to all the answers on the Cool Riddles channel. Buy it through the link in the video description or first comment.